A lot of speculation has been made about NBA YoungBoy and how he got out of jail. Some fans say that he snitched his way out of prison, while others say he probably made bail out of luck. Also, for a lot of people who don't know about the NBA YoungBoy case, here's some of the juice. Is YoungBoy secretly a snitch? Recent reports that NBA YoungBoy fully cooperated with the authorities have left fans and conspiracy theorists coming up with ideas. Kodak Black accused the young rapper of snitching to get out. He said, "The hell they mean fully cooperated? LOL. They ain't say a little piece. They say fully. LOL. Anyways, man, that word ain't even supposed to be attached to your name." At NBA YoungBoy, Kodak wrote on IG in a plea to prevent YoungBoy from snitching. "Man, I'm locked up, but this got it looking like if it was some other you'll tell something. It make like you was scared them people was gonna try to charge you with it or something, so you scream. That ain't the drip, man. You know we don't holla at them people." He added, "I see I'm gonna have to write you a letter and tie your shoes for you, lil' bruh." It was later clarified by Gossip of the City, who initially broke the story, that YoungBoy cooperated only meant that he left police to do their job in his home without any problems or interferences. She also suggested that this feud might be deeper than just rap, since it was previously reported that NBA YoungBoy was dealing with Kodak Black's ex. Nonetheless, YoungBoy wanted the people to hear the truth straight from the horse's mouth. YoungBoy took to Instagram Live to retaliate, saying, "I ain't never pay attention to it, especially from no hell watching me for." YoungBoy exclaimed on Instagram Live before directly addressing the allegations of cooperating. "Say I cooperated? About what, you stupid? About my wife?" After waking his wife, Ayana, up from bed, he continued to explain that he's never taken a dime from her or her daddy. This led to further back and forth after Kodak Black's affiliate Jackboy called YoungBoy out on the gram. Kodak took it further by accusing the rapper of snitching on Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Ayana. The young lady's currently looking at 20 years in prison for an alleged stabbing. YoungBoy's arrest. TMZ broke the story that YoungBoy had been busted in Los Angeles on a federal warrant back in March. It was said that the FBI had taken him into custody using a K-9 unit after he allegedly attempted to evade a traffic stop. According to Baton Rouge's WBRZ, the 21-year-old MC was reportedly taken into custody after Los Angeles police tried to pull his car over in connection with an outstanding federal warrant.
Rapper NBA YoungBoy in FBI custody. YoungBoy, whose real name is Kentrell Gaulden, allegedly had an outstanding warrant when police tried to stop the car he was in and drove off.
Following a short pursuit, Gaulden, who also goes by YoungBoy Never Broke Again, stopped the car and reportedly took off on foot as officers brought in a K-9 unit to track him down. LAPD officers found a firearm in his vehicle, though WBRZ reported that it was unclear if it belonged to the rapper. At press time, a spokesperson for YoungBoy and the rapper's attorney had not returned requests for additional comment on his arrest. According to an LAPD spokesperson, the FBI is handling the booking and charging in the case. An FBI spokesperson told Billboard on Tuesday morning, March 23rd, that the Bureau cannot comment on ongoing investigations, declining to confirm whether the rapper was in their custody. Gaulden was arrested in his native Baton Rouge in September on the set of a video shoot along with 16 others on weapons and drug charges, with the FBI reportedly looking into the matter. According to the Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office website at the time, the artist was charged with possession of a Schedule I drug, as well as distributing and manufacturing of Schedule II and IV drugs. There were no mentions of firearms charges following that arrest. Kentrell Gaulden is innocent of the crimes he was arrested for Thursday evening. He did not possess any firearms, nor did he possess any controlled dangerous substances, his attorney James Manasseh told Billboard after the September arrest. According to Manasseh, law enforcement officials arrived after receiving a tip that guns were present and allegedly without evidence that there had been a crime. No firearms or controlled dangerous substances were found on Mr. Gaulden's or in his immediate control. After his arrest in Los Angeles, YoungBoy was moved to Louisiana and booked into a jail in St. Martin Parish, where he remained behind bars until recently. A grand jury previously indicted YoungBoy on charges possessing a firearm as a felon and possessing a firearm not registered to him. The indictment came 12 days before he was busted in Cali. The circumstances of his arrest indicate that he's inclined toward reckless, illegal, dangerous behavior. His purported possession of a firearm at the time of his arrest indicates a continued disregard for the law and evidences a certain nonchalance to his violation of it, the documents read. The rapper was charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm and possessing a firearm not registered to him. The document further read that Gaulden has continued to show a penchant for allegedly possessing firearms he knows he cannot possess. While felon in possession is a status crime, Gaulden's criminal history and demonstrated reckless behavior indicate that possessing a firearm poses a dangerous risk to the community. Based on the record before it, the court concludes that there are no conditions or combination of conditions that could be imposed that would dissuade Mr. Golden from illegally possessing firearms, which would cause a serious risk to public safety. Golden has demonstrated a pattern of violence that indicates he is a danger to the community, and the United States has carried its burden of demonstrating by clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of any other person and the community. A trial date had not been set at the time of his arrest. YoungBoy's charges. Golden and 15 other people were arrested in September 2020 during a video shoot at a vacant lot in Baton Rouge on various gun and drug possession charges.
We believe that some of those guys have been involved in criminal activity here in Baton Rouge.
The rapper was one of 16 arrested at the scene.
Golden's federal weapons charges in Baton Rouge come from that arrest. If you are also wondering how the rapper came to have so many charges to his name, well, here you go. In 2017, Golden pleaded guilty to aggravated assault with a firearm in connection with a non-fatal drive-by shooting on Kentucky Street in Baton Rouge. The November 2016 shooting occurred 2 days after Golden turned 17. In 2018, he was arrested on a domestic violence charge. He eventually pleaded guilty to misdemeanor battery. On Mother's Day 2019, Golden was involved in a shooting in Miami that left a bystander dead. Gunmen opened fire on the rapper and his entourage outside the Trump International Hotel. His girlfriend was wounded. Members of his crew, who were legally armed, returned fire, fatally striking a bystander. Miami-Dade police ruled Golden's associates acted in self-defense. YoungBoy's original jail conditions. The judge presiding over the case had ruled on April 1st that Golden should remain jailed until a trial on Baton Rouge weapons charges, saying he was inclined toward reckless, illegal, dangerous behavior, and adding that there was no combination of bond conditions that would ensure the community's safety. The judge says NBA YoungBoy should be in jail pending trial on weapons-related charges. Bellinger said Dick stated on Friday that Golden would not pose a danger under 24-hour home confinement and the conditions she set. Earlier this week, the rapper's lawyers urged the judge to reconsider her previous order, arguing that he would not pose a danger to himself or others if granted bond under certain strict conditions, such as house arrest. The rapper's bail conditions. The lawyers laid out an elaborate plan Monday that included building a recording studio at the 21-year-old's Utah home and hiring a security firm staffed by former soldiers to patrol the grounds. Bellinger said Dick did not require the security firm's proposal, but did impose a curfew on visitors to Golden's Utah home, saying no more than 3 visitors can be at the residence at any one time. Any visitors must be pre-approved by Dick, he said. According to court testimony earlier this week, Golden recently bought a home in northern Utah to be near the family of a childhood tutor who took him under his wing. His lawyers argued that if Golden were to move permanently to the Utah residence near a support network, he would be kept in line by an adoptive family eager to keep him out of jail. The lawyers argued that in order to transition him into a better person, a home recording studio be set with ex-military guards if he's let out of jail. Prosecutors argued that it was unlikely any of the conditions pitched by the defense would make a difference given Golden's pattern behavior. They noted that even in the St. Martin Parish jail where he has been held, which has extensive security, Golden had been involved in the fight. NBA YoungBoy's bail. The rapper's attorneys, Drew Finling and Andre Bellinger, told TMZ that bail had finally been set for YoungBoy, but he had not yet been released at the time. The judge in charge of the case gave him 2 options, which was either to put up $1.5 million worth of property or $500K in cash. On April 1st, the Louisiana judge decided to revoke his bond, citing a history of probation violations and his characteristics and history, which reflect a pattern of violent behavior stretching back several years. This was the basis for his arrest and the fact that he'd been caught with unregistered firearms. The Louisiana state attorney also noted Golden's wealth as a major factor in the decision, saying his assets make it possible to post bond and be released despite the recommendation of the United States Probation and Pretrial Services Department that the defendant presents a risk of danger. The media went wild when a federal judge reversed course and said local rapper NBA YoungBoy does not have to remain jailed while awaiting trial in Baton Rouge on weapons charges, but will be under 24-hour house arrest in Utah. Chief U.S. District Judge Shelley Dick of Baton Rouge said the rap artist, whose real name is Kentrell Golden, must post a $1.5 million property bond or put $500,000 cash into a trust account of his attorneys before he can be released to home confinement. One of YoungBoy's attorneys, Andre Bellinger, said Golden also must make an appearance the week before a judge in Los Angeles on a charge of felon in possession of a firearm and be released on bond before he can begin his house arrest in Utah on his Louisiana weapons charges. Bellinger, the attorney, told the press that he expects prosecutors to fight for Golden's detention in California, but he added he's cautiously optimistic that something similar to what happened in Baton Rouge federal court Friday will also happen in Los Angeles. A lot of people have taken time to dissect these statements, chalking up his optimism to the fact that YoungBoy probably struck a deal. The question everyone wants to know is NBA YoungBoy a snitch? We are grateful for Mr. Golden's release and know he will abide by the bail conditions imposed by the court, Bellinger said. The lawyer added that Golden was relieved by the judge's ruling. That's been on his mind nonstop, Bellinger said. Federal prosecutors asked Dick to stay the ruling she made Friday, but Bellinger said the judge denied that request. Golden has been in federal custody since March 22nd, when agents arrested him in California and returned him to Louisiana. A federal grand jury in Baton Rouge had indicted him on March 10th on charges that he possessed a firearm as a felon and that he possessed a firearm not registered to him in a federal database. A gun was found in his possession when he was arrested in California on the Louisiana charges. About his career. He debuted as one of 2015-2016's rising talents, but that trajectory was altered slightly after a 6-month prison sentence. Following his release in 2017, he became a regular fixture on the Billboard charts, frequently issuing mixtapes, EPs, and singles. His debut album, Until Death Call My Name, hit the top 10 of the Billboard 200 when it appeared in 2018, and his 2019 mixtape, AI Youngboy 2, topped the chart. The rapper remained in the upper reaches of the chart in 2020 with multiple mixtapes before hitting #1 with his sophomore album. He closed his whirlwind year with yet another mixtape and a collaboration with Rich the Kid, Nobody Safe, then returned to the top. The rapper was born Kentrell Deshaun Golden in Baton Rouge in 1999. Inspired by local artist Lil Fat, the young Golden started rapping and recording. His debut mixtape, Life Before Fame, arrived in 2015 and was quickly followed by a trilogy of the release titled Mind of a Menace. Shining a spotlight on his gritty and violent upbringing, YoungBoy displayed a talent for wordy bars, combining the spirits of contemporaries like 21 Savage and Boosie Badass. In 2016, he revealed the 38 Baby mixtape, which featured fellow Baton Rouge rappers like Badass and Kevin Gates. Before I Go Reloaded, a collection of previously released tracks, was issued at the end of the year, as the future of his burgeoning career remained uncertain. The rapper soon got his first ordeal with the law, as he was arrested on suspicion of first-degree murder, and his career, which was just starting, clearly suffered for it. But this wasn't going to stop the rapper, as he went ahead to release the track, Win or Lose, in jail, which revived his almost dying career. Golden's latest album landed at #1 on the Billboard charts earlier this month, when it was streamed about 186 million times and sold about 10,000 copies. Rumors about the rapper are still filling the web, and fans don't know what to think.